Okay, this question is a little bit tricky because in that first bit when it says something like an aeroplane is flying in a southerly direction, you'll sometimes have questions that say it's going south or southerly, and that means directly south. But if we read on in this question, southerly just means generally south. It's going south-ish because it says the drop-off point is 83 kilometers west of the Air Force Base. So the plane can't be going directly south because it's gotten some westerly direction in there as well. So we're starting off here and it's going, south-ish, but it ends up being 83 kilometers west. So I'm going to draw, this is its line, 138 kilometers. It's going 138 kilometers and it's gone from the original position to where it's headed a distance of 83 kilometers west. Okay, so it's 138 kilometers in a straight line, but that straight line is a certain direction, true bearing, and it's ended up 83 kilometers west of its original position. And this is the triangle we get. Okay, it's a right angle triangle. And what we could do here is let's find theta. And if we find theta, then we can find the true bearing. Because if we imagine our north, south, east, west cardinal points, north, south, east, west, remember bearings are read from north clockwise all the way around to the direction. And if we find theta, then we can just add that to what we know north to south is 180. So 180 plus theta is our true bearing. So how do we find theta? Well, trigonometry. We have let's label this triangle. We have h, this is our hypotenuse, opposite the right angle. Now 83 kilometers is opposite, and adjacent we don't have. So we have O and H, which means we've got SO. SO is sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, we then substitute some values in. So sine theta, we keep it as theta because we don't know what it is yet. We're trying to find theta, equals opposite 83 over 138. Now we're trying to strip this sine function away from theta. So we do the opposite, the inverse sine to both sides, and we end up as theta equals inverse sine 83 over 138. Now, I don't have my calculator home with me and I'm recording on my phone. What we do is we plug that into the calculator and that gives you the angle. We then, for this particular problem, the first part, we now have that angle. So 180 plus that angle is the true bearing that this plane has gone on. Okay? It's going to be more than 180. Now, when we go backwards from this point back here, if we're saying what's the true bearing of this point, again, we read from north to this line. Now you can do some more trig, or if you know the true bearing from one point to another point, the reverse of that, we just either add or subtract 180. Because this is over 180, we will subtract 180 from your answer of your true bearing, and that's going to be the true bearing from here to here. Okay, or you could do some trig to find out what this angle here is. Right, hopefully that's answered your question on this question. Zoom out a bit. There you go.